Coin flipping. No, not heads and tails, but coin flipping, as in buying coins or bullion with the intention to sell them for a profit. Do you do it? Have you ever done it? Are you against the idea and prefer to stack your coins and let the intrinsic value of spot price make you a profit over a long period of time rather than gamble? On my previous video, I laid out my plan to sell on some of my surplus from the working class stack, mainly acquired through giveaways, and build a stack from absolutely nothing. But I've got a few questions. Thanks for joining my channel. This is Sandy and you're watching Working Class Stacks. When silver stacking first came to my attention, like a lot of stackers, I was doom scrolling YouTube looking for a way to supplement my income. I'm a working class fella with a partner that works, my beautiful Danny Millington, and not much to show for a lifetime of work. So I'm looking to supply a little bit of comfort for our retirement years. Well, silver stacking is an investment. It is a good plan. It's a savings plan of sorts with a lot of potential for profit through the intrinsic nature of silver spot price. But what it isn't is a secondary income. There are, however, ways to make it a secondary income. I've looked at all of them. I've got several plans. I'd love to do some pouring in the future, although I currently live in a first floor apartment, so that's just not on the agenda right now. But in the meantime, I've been thinking about flipping. Now, flipping coins, simply put, is trading. Buying to sell for a profit, then using the profit to buy again, and so on, gradually increasing the flip stack, as it were, with each purchase and resulting sale. So where to begin? I need some help from you lot, the lovely stacking community and Stackers Social, with all your knowledge and expertise. Hello stackers, if you enjoy my videos as me and my partner Danny invest into silver 1 ounce a week, every week for the next 20 years or so on a low paid working class income, feel free to like, subscribe and please leave a comment. I'll always try and respond, but please don't take anything I say about investments into silver as financial advice. I have no financial training. I'm just a working class chap in a working class cap with a working class stack. As I've said in a previous video, I've got some surplus coinage and fractional silver, this stuff down here, from winning giveaways and freebies, etc. And I believe it's got a bit of a value to it. I believe it's got a value of probably about £125. I'll probably be prepared to let it go as a bundle for £100. And I'm also taking a break from stacking in order to pay for my holiday to Italy, which is a much needed break, both for myself and for Danny. So I've come up with this idea to sell the surplus and begin a flipping journey. Totally separate from my stacking plan and in a completely separate pot. Now, profits on flipped items can be quite low, so it could be quite a slow burner, and this is the first time I'll be doing it. If all goes to plan and I sell the bundle, I'll be looking at beginning with my first purchase for roughly £100, maybe a little bit more. So I'm reaching out to the community to ask for advice. I'm using this video to ask you lot, Stackers Social and anybody else who's watching, for a little bit of advice on flipping coins. If you had £100 to buy bullion with intention to flip for profit, what would you buy right now in 2025? Please let me know in the comments. You've got a £100 budget. You're gonna use this to try and buy something with intention of getting a quick flip out of it, making a bit of profit, what would you go for? Let me know. Tell me, what would you get? I mean, let's think about it. £100 could buy 3 Britannias, roughly £32 each. But realistically, I'm only going to be selling them for £33 each. So that's only £3 profit from my first purchase, my first flip. Hardly seems worth it. So even which category of numismatics should I go for? Should I go with silver bullion? Maybe £100 on Queen's Beasts. Try and flip them. £5 profit each. It's possible. Should I go with numismatics? I can even say the word now without falling over my tongue. It took me about 4 months. Numismatics. But a lot of vintage coinage comes with the quality grading values, age and mintage values, a real learning curve that would be required. I've got a lot of respect for people like TSC who have a lifetime of experience with that. It can't be learned overnight. And what about fractional gold? 1 gram bars in assays, that kind of thing. Easily affordable at £100. I could buy one of them, I could flip it for a little bit of profit. Is the good value there? Or maybe the more collectible items like the stackers and the unique poured pieces, the Uriel sword, that kind of thing. My friend jumping into silver. There he is. He's a big fan of stacking pieces. If you go to his channel, you'll see plenty of very collectible stacking pieces with high premium. Maybe that's a good place to start. Maybe there's profit to be made there. What do you think? If you're a flipper, what do you flip? And what makes the most profit? And what would you advise to a budding entrepreneur like myself starting off with £100? I believe it's possible to create a silver stack and accumulate wealth from absolutely nothing. This is my attempt. It will be televised on Working Class Stacks. I'm Sandy Millington. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.